We are on Actopan Hidalgo, on the church and ex-cloister of San Nicolas de Tolentino. We have chosen this landmark for being one of the most representative on Hidalgo, and because it's a nearby place on our city, Pachuca. Also because this is one of the historical and artistic monuments of the nation.
Come with us. We are going to show the church and its cloister.
On 1546, the Actopan's cloister was founded. And mid-18th century, it became part of the Archdiocese of Mexico City, living as the first priest pastor Juan Barrera. On 1573, the building was already finished. With the implementation of the reform laws, and during the Mexican Revolution, it suffered mutilation and different usages.
This thing above me used to be an oven, and the room we are in was a kitchen.
There are some stairs that connect the cloister to the frailes with a kind of tunnel.
On February the 2nd, in 1933, it was declared historical and artistic monument. In 1939, the property will depend of the National Institute of Anthropology and History.
The church and ex-cloister had maintenance, conservation, and restoration interventions since December 1992 to April 1994 by Hidalgo's National Institute of History and Art and the National Coordination Monuments.
We are where the dining room used to be on the 16th century, as you can see in the ceiling. There are kind of holes inside them. We can see painting of hearts with arrows and flowers that were Augustinus symbols.
Here they pray an hour before having meal. Then they bless their food, and while they were dinner, they stay in silence.
Over there in the garden, every night after dinner, they used to meditate.
For the period 2000 and 2012, the building has been underwent to be brand new, with restorations. There are guide tours and there are people who can explain and show you the nearby places where you could go.
I really love learning about this landmark. Somebody tells that the frailes appear in the middle in the night.
In that window you can find a beautiful view of the garden.
And in that room there are lots of painting. Let's go.
Oh, it's great!
Yes.
People say the paintings are Agustino's self-portraits. In those you can see angels and saints there praised. Like in that. Look that paint, it's really good. And that too.
It's perfect. Come on.
Hey girls, look at that! Looks like a forest.
In this balcony, they stay long hours to think over about their mistakes or sins.
Really? Wow! Hey Maga, I remember that you were telling me a story about that mountain.
Yes, I was telling you that mountain is called the Hard Mountain.
Why?
Because to build the cloister, the workers had to scratch that mountain, and as they were scratching, it began to take a hard form.
Wow. Look, the frailes, who are rock formation, and the legend says that one day someone sent them to go for a walk in a hill. They could talk to each other but never look back. They didn't understand why, but they had a huge temptation, so they turned and looked back, and suddenly a pair of rocks appeared.
This is another secret corridor that connects to the church.
Why is it important to know this monument?
We think now the history about the landmark is important because it is a part of us and of our culture.
The ex-cloister has got a lot of things which are featured, like its paintings, backbench, or simply with the materials which it was made.
We hope our little investigation works to make the society know that we have really interesting places to go and it can help the culture to grow.